Hi guys, Jess here, and today I am doing the title page for my December Documented or December Daily album. So this is a 6x8 album, and I've not worked with this size before, but I am loving making this size layouts. They're just so super cute and mini. So what I'm doing now is I've just traced a circle, and I am cutting out the circle, obviously, to make a Christmas bauble for the title page. Now, pretty much everything I use in the making of this title page is from my December Documented Kitaholics kit. So it was a separate kit, so not the monthly kit. It was the kit that was created specifically to be used for documenting your December. So I've cut that out and I'm just chopping it in half. I wanted it as equal as possible, so I just did a little fold at each side, so I had a basic guideline to cut that through. And now I'm just getting out the stickers, the puffy stickers and the flat sticker sheet that came in the kit. And there's a gorgeous sticker that says December Story, and I really wanted to use that. So I'm just getting a little piece of plastic that I can stick that onto so I can move it around and see where it is exactly that I want to lay it out. So I've just gone off and got my sparkly sparkly foam and my diamond press, and I'm going to make my own little thickers to add to the December Story. And I've got my alphabet die there, and I'm just cutting out the word owl. So my heading is going to be our December Story, and I wanted to use the red foam because December Story was written in red as well, and I thought that would be really cute addition. So yeah, just popping that through my diamond press. Now I ran it backwards and forwards, I think about 3 times. I didn't need to. It had cut before then, I just hadn't realised, and I haven't actually done enough letters out of the foam to know how simple it would be to cut. So for those of you wondering, it was super easy. It was easy to push, easy to cut, and I didn't need to do 3 times. So there is owl, and yeah, it's going to be our December Story. So I was really happy with that heading, and then I thought I might use a little bit of the red on the top of the bauble for the string. So there, I was pretty excited about how this was going to be looking. So then what do I do next? Oh, next I need some string. So I go and grab some string out of my stash, and I was looking at the red and white string, but it was actually more like coral and white. So I end up using black and white string. And I just stick that on with double-sided tape. So I trim the double-sided tape into really long, thin strips that I then stick down the string with. Now, I'm having heaps of trouble cutting my double-sided tape. I need to give my scissors a wash and get the sticky residue off those, because I've been cutting double-sided tape so much with them, they're now getting sticky, and I'm finding it very difficult to cut my double-sided tape without it ripping and tearing and going everywhere. So I stick down the black and white thread first, and then do the rest of the bauble, because I would like to cover the very end of the black and white string with the little glittery red part that's going to be the top of the bauble. I spend a little bit of time umming and ahhing about where the 2 bits of bauble should be, so that there's enough room in between to put the Our December Story, but not too much room that it's a big massive gaping hole, because that would look awkward. So as you know by now, if you've been watching my videos, I am a little bit of a perfectionist and like to have things relatively as perfect as possible. You might have noticed that I put a little fold in the top of the paper so I could make sure I'm sticking the string right down in the center. Yeah, Katie would have just guessed it, but I like to make it as accurate as I can. So yeah, I just fluff about with this for a little while, getting this stuck down and in the right spot. So I'll just let you see how I'm going with that, and I'll talk to you about this album process. So this year is the first year that I have done a December daily or a December documented album. I have not done anything like this before. Usually I just put December into my normal album as a normal month in the year. But in fact, I haven't actually been scrapbooking for very long. So I started scrapbooking a million years ago, but only for special occasions. So like a holiday scrapbook, or more kind of like keeping a journal or a diary of my trip away. And they were the traditional 12 by 12 layouts with a lot of journaling explaining what happened on each day. And I really loved doing those. And they all started back when we were quite young kids in scrapbook, or smash books, I suppose you'd call them, that our mum got us doing. So, you'd pick up the brochures on the different places that you went to. And then I took a really big break, and pretty much just all of my photos are saved on my computer. So for a really long time, through most of high school and all of university, all the photos are just sitting there stuck on the computer, backed up but stuck on the computer, not in any albums or anything like that at all. Which, when Katie got started on Project Life and showed me how simple and easy it can be, I decided that was a bit of a shame and that I should get going. So I've actually done the 2015 Project Life album, just a really simple, basic album, just sticking the cards in the pockets, and I loved it. This year I've gone a bit crazy, and I am sticking with basic Project Life for my family 2016 album, a really over-embellished Project Life mix with 12 by 12 layout for my son's album, and now I'm doing a December documented album as well. So I can't possibly keep up, but I'm trying my best to see how much I can get through. It's just, I think I'm crazy, but I just love it. Love it so much. So yeah, that's a little bit of my story about my scrapbooking and all of that jazz. So I hope that was a bit interesting for you. And not too off topic. It was still scrapbooking related. I know some people would prefer not to have too much chatter about other things. They want to hear what's going on with the layout. So I hope that was okay. So back to the layout. I just stuck the foam letters down with double-sided tape. I'm a big double-sided tape fan. It's just easy. I don't really have anything else, to be honest. My PVA glue I do have, but I just find it takes too long to dry, and I like to have things done, and I like to be able to put it straight into the album and close the album and know I don't have to remember to file it back in later or anything like that. So I've glued down the Our December story, put the top and the bottom on the bauble, and now I am deciding how I want to embellish it. And I remember that I got a gorgeous happy mail from Tori Bissell, and she included some of those really cute sequin stars, and I would like to use those. So I started digging around in my stash to find the sequin stars, and realized that in my December documented kit I was given gold and white string. And that is so much better than black and white string. So I had to pull the black and white string off and put the gold and white string on, because that was a much better colour match, and especially if I wanted to embellish with the gold sequins. So I'm much happier now that I've found the gold and white string, and I dug through my stash to find the stars that Tori gifted me. And now I am just tidying up a little bit because my desk is getting disgusting and I'm finding it hard to scrap around. And then I will glue on the stars with PVA glue. And I also decide to use a few of the gold sequins that came in the kit as well. Just a side note while I'm tidying up a tiny bit, the stars that Tori gifted me, I was gifted a whole happy mail from Tori, and I do have a video of that to share, and she sent me that beautiful happy mail from Canada because I participated in one of her Scrap Your Stash mood boards, and she loved it. And I think it's actually a draw, like she pulls a name out of a hat, but I choose to believe that she chose mine, and sent me a beautiful happy mail. So that was awesome. So there, just laying out the gold stars, and decided just needs a little bit more. I was thinking about using the puffy stickers that go with the December story, but it didn't look right. I think the gold looked better, so now I'm putting out the sequins. And I was originally going to put one sequin next to each of the stars, but that just looks a little bit too staged for my liking. So I put them near, but not 100% there, and I just sort of spread them just a tiny bit more around. They're basically in the same spot, I know, but it made me feel better. So then I glue those down with the PVA as well, and again, I'm a little bit particular about having them the correct way up. I realized that there is no correct way, but once I'd stuck one down, they all had to be the same way up. Because you notice with sequins how one side sort of pops out and the other side caves in. I choose to glue it down on the side that pops out because I figure that's easier to stick to the paper than if you have it so the mound is sticking out. There's a big air bubble underneath that you'd have to fill with glue. So I put them the other way around. Anyway, there's a little bit of trivia for you. So yeah, just gluing these on with PVA glue. My tip would be grab your tweezers. By now it's really quite fiddly, and my fingers were just klutzy today and getting everywhere, but we got there in the end. And I was really excited with how this layout turned out, and so pumped to do some more December documented. There, see, that one's around the wrong way. And was so pumped to do some more December documented layouts. And I actually did, after this, continue going because I just loved it so much, and I finished day 1 and day 2. So stay tuned for day 1 and day 2 videos coming up as well. They are also full layouts like this one, but then the next couple of days, I haven't done them, but I've got them planned. The next couple of days are going to be pocket page style pocket page style pockets in the 6x8 size. So if you're interested, please stay tuned. I've got lots more December daily videos coming up. I don't know when because I haven't actually scrapped those pages yet, but they will be coming up, so keep a lookout. So there I've got a little bit of gold Heidi shine just to, add some sparkle, and let's check it out. Sorry about the craziness there, I just took my camera off the tripod. And there are some close-ups of the layout, and I've got some videos coming up too. So I was really happy with how this looked. I thought it was awesome. Papers were beautiful, and I just loved the pop of gold and red sparkle. So I hope you liked it. I hope it was inspiring and helpful for your title page. If you have a title page that you have done, pop a link in the comments and let me know, because I would love to see it. Thanks guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, bye.